Do you know someone with PKU? Chances are your answer will be no. It stands for phenylketonuria, and it's a rare metabolic disorder, and it affects roughly 16,500 people in the United States alone. And out of those, I know three. One is my daughter who was 4, my stepson who is 10, and my mother. I won't say her age. What is PKU? It stands for phenylketonuria, and basically it's a tiny amino acid in proteins, and it is called phenylalanine, and it's toxic to their brain. If it goes untreated, it will basically present to them with developmental delays, seizures, and mental retardation it'll finally lead to. But with the help of medical intervention, we are able to treat it more. And one of the first steps for that would be when you do have a baby, they do a newborn screening where they prick the heel when they're about 24 to 48 hours old. They'll send that little blood spot off and they'll run it through a test that has all of these rare disorders, PKU being one of them. And if it comes back positive, then you're thrown into a genetics doctor, a nutritionist, and everything else, which is wonderful. But for you to have a child with PKU, both your spouse and yourself have to be carriers for it. And if you are, there's a 1 in 4 chance that you will have a child with PKU. Now, thankfully, with medicine going in the way that it is, there have been wayward of, basically treatment for this. One is a restricted protein diet, so you basically restrict how much protein that they're getting a day, and then they also have medications and everything that can help with it. With a restricted diet, some of them are allowed only 6 to 8 grams of protein, and they are deemed classic PKU, and so they will never ever get to have milk, eggs, cheese, ice cream. Oh my goodness, I think we would all die if we didn't have ice cream. And then if they do, they'll be on that medicine and everything else too. They have a couple types of medicine, 2 that I know more so off the top of my hand as if we use them in our home, is Periflex, which is a formula, and Kuvan, which is, it's now a powder packet form, and you put it in water and you can drink it. And they're able to have a little bit more leniency, allowance in their diet and everything. Once again, someone who has it, they'll see a genetics doctor, a nutritionist, and with that, they'll also have to do blood work. It could be every single week, it could be every other week, or it could be once a month. You just never know what you're going to get. It's kind of a luck of a draw and everything. And I'm going to go into what our life is like on a daily basis. I have a daughter who's 4. She has PKU. She's deemed kind of the mild to moderate one. She's allowed 23 grams of protein a day. She's on a restricted diet, protein diet on that one, so I have to count how much protein she gets. It's only 23. Give it a shot, try it out. She's on 2 types of medicines. One is the formula that I was referencing. It's called Periflex Junior Plus. She gets 14 ounces of this a day. We break it up into 2 doses. And then the other one is the Kuvan. This is the lifesaver for anyone who has a child with PKU. It's in a powder packet form. She gets 4 of these in the evenings after her dinner. And that basically helps her get to have more of a diet. If we didn't have that, she would be on 12 grams of protein a day, just with the Periflex alone. The Periflex helps out her as it gives her the essential vitamins that we get day to day from our meals if we eat a well-balanced meal. She will be on these medications for the rest of her life. So it is something that is never going to end for us. We did blood work once a week up until she was 3, and now we're on once a month, and she hates the Band-Aid more than anything. Basically, she's able to live a normal life with PKU, and it being such a tiny rare disorder that affects such a big part of her life and her diet, which is food. We eat it every single day. I'm thankful for the medical intervention, and I'm thankful that my daughter is able to live a normal life, my stepson and my mother too as well. So if you ever meet someone with PKU, just know that they're pretty rare and special people, and I hope you've learned some of this from me today. Thanks.